Hey Owls, I'm Nurys, and I'm sitting with our very own defensive lineman, Brandin Bryant, here to get to know him a little better off the field. Now, Brandin, you're a senior this year. Why don't you take us back to when you first stepped foot into FAU's football and how this transition reflected who you are today?
When I first stepped in FAU, I was a 18-year-old transfer student, redshirt freshman, coming from Omaha, Nebraska, and it was a big shock for me being down in Florida. The weather. Never really seen the ocean before, and just kind of undeveloped as a player, and eager to begin my studies, and kind of nervous to be at a university. But I'd say that I developed into a decent football player and a good student. So I think I made the right choice coming here.
And how's the chemistry between you, the team, and Coach Partridge?
The chemistry's great. We've always been a close-knit group. And then when Coach Partridge got here, he enforced it. He wanted us to get even closer. So guys that we wouldn't talk to, other position groups, he kind of forced us to talk to those people for a little bit of time, and then we all became friends. So guys that I wasn't cool with at first, I consider my best friends now. And I think we owe a lot of that to Coach Partridge.
Now, it's safe to say that everyone has their shining moment. What would you say is your most memorable time on the field?
My most memorable time on the field? I'd have to take it back to my sophomore year when I had 2 tackles against USF. And before that game, I hadn't really had any sacks in my career. And then I think that set off and got the ball rolling for my career to continue to get sacks. And I think I solidified myself as a pass rusher that game.
How does it feel like knowing that you played for the last time at FAU Stadium against Middle Tennessee?
It's kind of, a tough moment. When you come here, you see all the seniors talk about their senior year, how it went by so fast, and you're a freshman, you don't believe it. You just see you got 4 years to go, and then now that I look back, it flew by. So it was kind of a tough moment, but it was bittersweet because it was fun knowing that I gained all these relationships and had that fun 4 years in that stadium. But it was just tough knowing it was the last game.
Mm-hmm. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but you are the 3rd generation of your family to play football. Your father played, your grandfather played. Why don't you tell us more about that and how that inspired you on playing?
It inspired me because just growing up, my parents, my grandparents, and my uncles, they all talked about football. They never really forced anything upon me, but I knew they always wanted me to play football. So I just wanted to make them proud the best I could. So every game I went to, I always had good support from my dad, my grandpa, and everyone in the city knew who my family was as a football family. So I always had big expectations from everyone around town. So it was just kind of that push, like they say, if you know where you've been, you know where you're going. So I just knew where my family's been, and I knew I had it in me to be a good football player. So I just kept it going.
Now, outside of football, you are a student double majoring in political science and communications.
Yes.
What do you see yourself doing with that?
I kind of want to do what you're doing right now. Yeah.
That's a good practice.
Yeah, good practice. Kind of want to be a sports broadcaster, a commentator of some sort, or even if I could do it politically somehow, if it got to that. But definitely sports, and I like talking. I want to be around the sport as long as I can. So yeah, this definitely seems like a good job.
We could team up together.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. How is it that you balance yourself as an athlete and as a student here at FAU?
This is what I like to think of myself as just get going. So when the semester starts, I like to start off fast, and everything take care of itself. If I get my school in order quick, and I look back on my grades early, and I got A's in 4 of my classes, let the rest of the semester take care of itself, and then I kind of just focus on football and let academics go. So kind of just attack it early.
Now, how has the experiences here at FAU as a student helped you prepare personal goals?
It's helped me in many ways, specifically the academic staff we have, the tutors and everything, all the coaches too, they stay on us tough with grades and helping us become better men. So, everything I learned on and off the field here, has helped me develop myself as a good student and become a better person.
What do you think you'll miss the most here at FAU?
Oh man, I like the weather. Coming from Nebraska, I really like this hot weather, this tropical environment. So I definitely say the weather.
Do you have any plans for the holidays, considering that you might be going back to Nebraska in this cold weather?
No plans yet, not yet, but maybe it'll involve the beach or something.
Nice. All right, Brandon. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you.
the time to sit with us. Thanks, Owls, for tuning in. I'm Nurys, reporting for Owl TV.